Oh, look at 7. And look at what it says off to the side. You have to do this by hand. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make these equations look easier to look at. I'm going to double everything in the top. I'm going to quadruple everything in the second. And I'm going to multiply everything in the third by 6. It's the LCD method. This is to eliminate fractions. This becomes 2x. That should be a y right there. There's a typo there. Plus y plus z equals 5. When I for this guy, I have 3x plus y. 3 over 2. 4 over 2 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 6z is 7, because 7 over 4 times 4 is 7. When I 6 this guy, that's a 2x. When I 6 this guy, 3 over 2, 6 over 2 is 3, times 3 is 9, plus 9y, 2 over 3, 6 over 3 is 2, times 2 is 4, plus 4z is 13, because the 6's cancel there. So I took this and I made it really small, much easier to look at. I'm actually going to pause, because I noticed there's a typo there, so maybe there's something wrong with the whole problem, so let me check it and see how it works. Okay, so there was nothing wrong with it at all. I just wanted to make sure. That was the only typo. Fix that and you're good to go. And now we're going to play the elimination game. Again, you need to make sure you know how to do these by hand. That's why there's that note there. So what do I want to go after? I can go after x's, y's, or z's. Really tempting to go after y, but there's that 9 down there. So I'm actually going to attack my x's. I'm going to play with these two equations. Take away the third from the first, I will have no x's. I will have negative 8y. Z minus 4z is minus 3z. 5 minus 13 is a negative 8. So there's one equation. Now I'll probably play around with these two, see what happens. I'm going to triple the top. 6x plus 3y plus 3z is 15. And I'm going to multiply this guy by a negative 2. Negative 6x minus 2y minus 12z is negative 14. And the reason I did the negative 2 is so that I could add as opposed to subtract. That's why I did it. If I add down, there's a y, looks like minus 9z, and 15 plus a negative 14 is 1. All right, so here's my two equations now with y's and z's. Let's see what happens to them. I want to go after y, which means I am going to 8 this sucker. All right, that's going to be a positive 8y minus 72z, and that's going to be 8. So I 8 it. Multiply everything by an 8. I can add. There are no y's. There is a negative 75z, and negative 8 and 8 makes 0. So z is 0. That's kind of nice. Now that I have z, I can get everything else. Yeah, this little equation right here, y minus 9z is 1. Y minus 9 zeros is 1. Well, that's just y equals 1. I hope you understand that. I have y, I have z. I'm in a position to get x if I look up here. 2x plus y was encountered. 1 plus z was encountered. 0 is 5. And take away that 1. 2x is 4. And I have an x value of 2. So I get the order triple 2, 1, 0. So kind of intimidating little problem, but it really wasn't that bad. The fractions probably scared you to death. All right, solve the system. This one is meant to be done, and it will say it on the test, with a TI-84. So it is intended to be done with a TI-84. So I'm going to write my augmented matrix first. It contains only the coefficients. There was a 6, a -1, a -1, then a 4, -12, 2, 2, -8. And the last row is 5, 1, -1, 3. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Rref operation to it. So I've got to put that matrix in, second matrix, edit. That is a 3 by 4. I'm over typing. Checking my entries. I don't see a typo on there. So I quit out. Second matrix, math. Scroll down or scroll up in this case to Rref. Second matrix A, enter. Ugh, there's ugly decimals in there. Math, answer frac. So here's my resulting matrix. I have 1, 0, -2 11ths, 7 11ths, 0, 1, -1 11th, -2 11ths. Kind of interesting. And 0, 0, 0, 0. All right. This is infinite solutions. Infinite. Wish I had more room over here. I don't. Let me get a blank piece of paper so I don't write on too much other stuff. So this top line says x minus 2 11ths of z is 7 11ths. The middle line says y minus 1 11th of z is -2 11ths. What we do is we solve these equations for x and y respectively. X is 2 11ths of z plus 7 11ths. All I did was move that thing to the other side, and if you jump equality, you change your sign. All right, for y, when I jump -1 11ths over, it becomes +1 11ths of z, and then minus 2 11ths. So this is one of those that gets answered kind of funny. This down here means z is anything. Z is any real number. We have a dependent system. I forgot the word dependent there. It is dependent. X and Y are dependent upon the value of Z. Some order triple is going to look kind of funky. 2 11ths Z plus 9 11ths, comma. Here comes Y. 1 11th Z minus 2 11ths, comma. And then literally Z is any real number. There's my order triple. So it's funky looking.
Faculty, lady from USA, space 24. As soon as you get an opportunity, if you didn't see her yesterday, you have to see her today to sign off on your deductions. Thank you.
I probably need to go do that in a little while. I'm going to do number 9 first. I have 26 coins made up of quarters, dimes, and pennies. So if I take the number of quarters I have, I take the number of dimes I have, I take the number of pennies I have, they add up to 26. The coins are worth $2.66. So a quarter is worth 25 cents. I'm actually going to convert this to 266. 25Q, a dime is worth 10 cents plus 10D plus a penny, 1P, is 266. So I converted that to 266 cents so that I could use whole numbers. Additionally, I have 3 more pennies than dimes. This equation right here is the one that usually gets kids. I have 3 more pennies than dimes. Now I got to think about when I write it because I haven't written one in so long. If I have 3 more pennies than dimes, then the number of dimes is equal to the pennies take away 3. Yeah? Seems kind of funny to write it that way, doesn't it? But think about it. If you had 13 pennies, you would have 10 dimes. So you'd have to take away 3. That's what that's implying. Take away 3 for there to actually be equality. All right, so here is your system here. Now, I honestly don't care if you do this by hand or not. I wouldn't. All right. What I would do is I would move this guy over here. I would manipulate this line right here. This line has 0 Q's. It has a D. If you move the penny over, minus a P, and will be equal to a -3. So here are my 3 equations that I can work with. And again, I wouldn't try and do this by hand. I'm not trying to make you do it by hand. You had one up there that you had to do by hand. So my augmented matrix is 1, 1, 1, 26, 25, 10, 1, 266, and then 0, 1, -1, -3. There's my augmented matrix. Play around with it in a T84. Second matrix, edit, still a 3x4. It has 3 rows and 4 columns. 1, 1, 1, 26, 25, 10, 1, 266, 0, that is a 0. I almost wrote something down there. 1, -1, -3. All right, quit out. Second matrix, math, reduced row echelon form, second matrix A. And here we go. My resulting matrix is 1, 0, 0, 7, 0, 1, 0, 8, 0, 0, 1, 11. So, talk about quarters. I have 7 quarters. Looks like I have 8 dimes. And it looks like I have 11 pennies. What I'll probably do is I'll probably ask you how many pennies you have or something. I'm not going to ask you for the whole thing, just one of them. Find K such that the slope between -2.5 and 6K is -5. So I'm just going to write down the formula for slope and see where it takes me. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'd say 2 out of 3 if you know that formula, which is a real shame. Why isn't it every one of you? Like, why? Plug some stuff in. -5 is k minus 5 over 6 minus a -2. Clean it up. By clean up, I mean, you know that 6 take away a -2 is 8. And what we'll do is we'll just 8 both sides. The reason we 8 both sides is because of the result. It's the LCD method. Fractions disappear. So that's why I 8 minus both sides. That's why I 8 both sides. -40 is k minus 5. Add 5, -35 is my k value. That's the missing coordinate. 11, find the average rate of change over some interval. -2, 5. So your average rate of change is another fancy formula for slope. It's f of b minus f of a over b minus a. So let's plug some crap in. This is a, this is b, and I'm doing a test here, so I'm not going to bother doing a lot of stuff by hand. Take a 5, store it to x, -2x squared plus 3x minus 5. I got a negative 40. So I plugged in a 5. I found that f of b was a negative 40. I'm going to find f of a now by plugging in a negative 2. Take a negative 2, store it to x. I'm going to hit that up arrow until I get to that equation. Negative 19. I'm going to plug into my form. So negative 40 minus a negative 19 over b minus a, 5 minus a negative 2. What's this give me? Negative 40 plus 19 is 21, I think. It is negative. It's sitting over 7, because 5 take away negative 2 is 7. So negative 3 is my resulting average rate of change. Alright, stop this one. That way I've got that page done, because that page was grueling.